All right, for the wall Olympic squat, this is a really good mobilization, especially for those of us that don't have that access to the bottom position of a squat, or we just want to experiment and try to find a better foot position to help us access that bottom position of a squat. So like the name says, you are going to need a wall, and you're going to sit with your butt relatively close to the wall. I would start about a fist width or a hand width away from the wall, and you're gonna pull your feet down so that you're in a bottom position of a squat. Now, the whole purpose of this mobilization is because my back is on the floor, I can assure myself that my back is going to stay straight. So wherever I do with my legs, my hip muscles are going to have to adjust. So this allows me to find kind of the most ideal squat position that my body wants to be in. Now, when I said to set up, you want your feet, or your butt rather, about a hand width away from the wall. If you struggle to get into the bottom of a squat, you may have to scoot away from the wall just a little bit further so that you can pull your feet down to this bottom position. Now, what I can do once I'm here is I can start trying to resemble all the good cues that we always say with our squats. So I can start out with my feet relatively straight on this wall. And what I'll have to do to get my feet straight is try to squeeze my knees out to the side just a little bit. And what you'll likely feel is a lot of resistance coming from your hamstrings and possibly your adductor muscles, maybe even some burning sensations up in your hip joints as well. And what I want you to do as we spend time here, and I'm gonna scoot myself in just a little bit, is I want you to try and wiggle your feet and move them in and out, and you can start to explore pointing your toes out just slightly, but try not to exceed about a 45-degree angle. Once you go any further than that, it's your body trying to get out of a squat shape. So try to keep your feet relatively straight. If toes out feels a lot better, you can do it that way as well. And then just like any of our mobilizations, once I'm in that good solid squat position, I just want to try and spend as much time as I can here. 5 minutes would be a really great goal, but 2 minutes is generally the minimum that we like to prescribe. I may have given you a recommendation for this mobilization, but if I didn't, 5 minutes is a good goal, 2 minutes is a good minimum here. Now, as I spend more time, I do want to try and avoid getting lazy. So what will happen is my toes are going to want to point out as far as they can so that they can get away from this stretch. But when I'm doing my squats in the gym, I do want to try and keep a good stable foot. So try to keep your feet active, and you'll feel the difference that makes in your hip muscles as you're spending time in this stretch. As I get better and better with this mobilization, hopefully it'll allow me to soon access the bottom position of a squat, and then I can move on to just spending time down here.